Welcome everybody to another episode of Stefan's Kitchen, and again we're continuing on with the Asian foods, and this one's going to be more of a really good snack and one of those finger foods that are really great at parties. But anyways, let's cook fried wontons. Now, I will be doing a prime rib roast today, so for Thanksgiving, so I'll have that going up real soon. But anyways, getting right into the recipe, we're using 2 pounds of pork, and we're also going to be using some soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons. And the reason I'm using 2 pounds of pork is ground pork is for the fact that I'm actually making wonton soup, which is for the last video that I made, and obviously I'm making these wontons, so I'm pretty much just going to do the same type of recipe in this video. So next we're going to be using the pkg.won, the sherry, and again we're going to use about a tablespoon of that. Now remember, if you're not going to be making the wonton soup, about half of this recipe is fine as well. So next we're going to be adding in some seasoned rice vinegar, and 1 little splash, 2 little splashes, about a tablespoon there as well. And that's going to be the marinade for your meat, so it has a really nice, sweet, and refreshing flavor to it. Now, I know I just finished saying that that was the end of the marinade, but of course, we're also going to need to season this meat and make sure that it has, its own flavors mixing in with these marinade flavors as well, because, you want to taste some pork as well, right? So, basically, we're going to be adding in some salt, well, sea salt in this case, and also some cracked black pepper. And again, that's just my regular seasonings. You can put in garlic powder, but usually I don't, because I want to keep the flavor of the meat, more, I guess, present than making the garlic more present there. And sometimes the garlic can give me a little bit of heartburn, but usually that only happens with deep fried foods. Now, once everything is, all your marinade is added and your salt and pepper is in there for seasoning, add in some green onions, some chopped green onions. Chives can be used as well. They work just as well, if not better in some cases, depending on, how you like your onion flavor. And I really like green onions. They have a really nice, sweet oniony flavor, so I really like using those more than chives myself. Now, once you have everything added in, use your hands, get in there, and start mixing everything together. Now, I never really said how much chives I used. I use about 3 chives for 2 packages of meat, which is about 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds maybe. So yeah, if you're only going to be doing half this recipe, 1 or maybe even 2 is fine. Now, once everything's all mixed together, you can take this mixture and place it in the fridge, let it cool for at least a half an hour, if not an hour. An hour is usually fine as well. Just lets everything, sit well, and then the meat becomes a little bit more firm then, and it's going to be easier to make those meatballs for your wontons. So next you can grab some, a little tiny, small bowl of milk, have your meat mixture there to the side, and of course, a wonton wrapper. And I'm just going to show you how to make these right now. First, you're going to take a little bit of meat in your hand. Now, you don't want too much, and if you do, just, take some off, throw it back into the bowl. It's not a big deal. And I always have extra wonton wrappers because we usually end up making a lot of these. These are great leftover even. Obviously they're not as crispy, but they're still just as delicious. So what you do next, you place the meatball in the middle there. It looks like a little bit too much now, but yeah, then dip your finger into the milk and you do 2 sides like this, and then you fold over. And then this way the milk will actually take the dry side, the other drier side, and actually allow it to stick together a little bit better than if you put milk on all sides. Now what I do here is a little zigzag pattern, and as you can see, there was a lot of extra meat in there. It was a bit too much, because wonton wrappers don't hold all that much in them. That's why, I like these much better than the restaurant ones too. But yeah, continuing on, we keep doing the zigzag pattern with the top, and I took it off screen. Usually I pinch the top of it before I place it on a plate to be, cooked a little bit later. But I'm going to show you another one really quickly. Take a little tiny bit of meat. This time we're going to do a real small one, like a properly sized one. See? There we go. So, next, take your wonton wrapper, place it directly in the middle, Take a little bit of milk on your finger, go down this side, go down this side, fold over on a diagonal like this so you have a nice triangle. Yeah, and there seems to be a little bit of meat there, so just take that off. Now we just pinch down the line, or pinch down the sides here, so you have a nice straight line. Then you do the little zigzag pattern again like I was showing you before. Then at the top, you pinch it like this. That helps seal it in, and there you go, you have a nice little wonton. So just do that for your entire mixture until you have a full plate full of them. Now, in this video, I also used, as you can see, those bigger ones, I used egg roll wrappers for them. So you can actually use egg roll wrappers for wontons as well if you want to make really big ones. You want to make sure that your oil's a little bit cooler so that they take a little bit longer to fry, so that they don't get golden as quickly. And yeah, there we go. We're just filling up the deep fryer with a bunch of them. I think I made about 8 or 10 of them. So, like I said, we're gonna, and you want to make sure that you jostle them around the deep fryer a bit so that they don't stick onto the bottom. Usually, the dough doesn't have that problem, but where these are heavier, they can stick to the bottom quite easily. So, but yeah, that's only if you want to do them. If you want to do more small ones, that's fine too. Don't worry. You do just the same thing. Wait until they're golden brown. Don't let them get overcooked or anything, but wait until they're golden brown, then take them out. And from what you can see here, this is what you end up with. This is the nice gold color you want to see on your wontons. And I usually serve these with honey garlic sauce that I've thickened with a bit of, I'll just heat it on the stove and thicken it with some cornstarch and water. So anyways guys, I hope that you guys like this. By all means, please do a video response, and thank you.